This is the new Samsung Galaxy A55, same look, just got better. Hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to Gadget Rev Now. Just last month, the new Samsung Galaxy A55 was added to the A series. A successor to the well-received Galaxy A54, it has a bigger display, an upgraded chipset offering great power, and flagship build with One UI 6 out of the box. And with this phone competing with some of the Chinese brands, is it worth it? This is the review of Samsung Galaxy A55. Let's go to work. Let's start with the design, and at first glance, the Galaxy A55 closely resembles its predecessor, the Galaxy A54, but upon closer inspection, several subtle changes will be noticed. The most notable upgrade is the use of Gorilla Glass Victus Plus for the front panel, which offers improved durability and scratch resistance compared to the Gorilla Glass 5 used in A54. Additionally, this phone features an aluminum frame, giving it a more premium and sturdy feel compared to the plastic frame of the previous model. The device retains the IP67 certification for water and dust resistance, ensuring protection against accidental spills or exposure to the elements. The back panel is made of Gorilla Glass, which overall makes the phone feel like a flagship phone, while the overall design is reminiscent of the Galaxy S24 flagship series. Looking at the camera modules, the larger size and slightly elevated area around the power key and volume rocker gives away its mid-range status. This new Samsung mid-range has 6.6-inch OLED display with a smooth 101Hz refresh rate. This panel supports HDR10+ and is Widevine L1 certified, allowing high-quality HDR-enabled streaming on Netflix and Amazon Prime Video. While the display specifications are impressive, the bezels around the screen are noticeably thicker compared to the competition. It may feel outdated for some users and may sway to buy other phones with better screen-to-body ratio, like the one we see on the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. The display comes with 1000 nits of max brightness, which is the same as what we saw on A54. Still a great screen though with thicker bezels. In terms of performance, people will try to nitpick on the processor, but it's actually pretty good. Powering the Galaxy A55 is a new Exynos 1480 chipset, manufactured using 4nm process. While the core configuration remains similar to the previous Exynos 1390 used in A54, the cores are actually clocked higher at 2.7 GHz, promising improved performance. The GPU has also been upgraded from Mali G68 MP5 to Eclipse 530, co-developed with AMD, that provides enhanced graphics performance. Anyone buying or bought this phone should have the right mindset. This will be able to handle heavy games but not the highest graphics performance. It did well with the games like PUBG and Mobile Legends. The phone started to overheat around 90 minutes of gameplay, but in general, those games were smoothly played. Galaxy A55 comes with 2 RAM and ROM configuration, 8 and 128 and 12 and 256. The internal storage can be further expanded by a micro SD card, although this comes at the cost of sacrificing one of the SIM slots. The camera setup on Galaxy A55 remains unchanged from A54, featuring a 50-megapixel main with OIS, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 5-megapixel dedicated macro sensor. The selfie shooter continues to be a 32-megapixel sensor. Samsung's decision to retain the same camera hardware on the previous model may be seen as a missed opportunity, but it's worth noting that the A54 camera system was already quite capable, and A55 introduces slightly different processing algorithms for the still images. The main camera on A55 produces sharp, detailed daylight photos. Colors are rendered closer to natural-looking tones while still maintaining vibrancy, especially the bluer sky. The dynamic range, contrast, exposure, and color temperature are all excellent, with a little bit of noise if you shoot the scene indoors. These images are taken from my camera comparison video, so if you'd like to check that out, I will leave a couple of camera comparison videos on the description. Low-light performance is mostly solid thanks to the dedicated night mode, which captures natural-looking, detailed, and clean photos with accurate colors and contrast, and this phone can shoot 4K video recording both selfie and rear, and here's the sample. This is the selfie video recording, the highest resolution and frame rate, UHD at 30 FPS. I think the stabilization is really good on this phone, and the video quality. Now let's go to the rear camera. Now this is UHD at 30 FPS using the rear camera, using the ultra-wide lens. So it can also capture using the main sensor. I will switch it up. So this is the main sensor. I don't know if you can hear the background noise. the roads, and I think there's something going on this side of the house. But let me know your thoughts on the stabilization while walking and also the audio. Now this is the dual recording functionality on A55. You can see both front and back. Now we will do the stabilization test, slow motion and low light video. Now we're doing video test indoors. So this is the highlights and the exposure, the white balance, and the noise. Let's do a video zoom test. How's the performance? I think it's pretty good. This phone retains the same 5000 mAh battery capacity like A54, but it now features the new Exynos 1480 chipset, which promises improved efficiency, and despite the slightly larger 6.6-inch display, it demonstrates significant improvements in battery life compared to A54 in most usage scenarios. During my personal test, this phone is an easy day and a half phone for me in moderate use, so much better than the Pixel competitor, the 7A. It has the same 25-watt power. A full charge takes approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes, while a 30-minute charge will provide you 50 to 55% battery life. And there are two things that's missing on this battery department, which is the wireless charging, and there's no adapter out of the box. Talking about software, this phone ships with the latest Android 14, complemented by Samsung's proprietary One UI 6.1 skin. It's a minimalist OS that Samsung really perfected over the years, and you might find similar experience on A55. Samsung is committed to providing 4 years of major OS updates and 5 years of security patches for the Galaxy A55, which is really solid if you're intended to use this for a long period of time. I think overall, A55 is a really good phone, understandably boring because a lot of features were borrowed from last year's A54 with slight upgrades and few adjustments. But with the big AMOLED screen, long battery life, and solid camera performance, A55 retained the same look, just got better.